This conference will now be recorded.
Hello.
Hi, Eric. Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Welcome. We'll wait just a couple minutes, you guys, just to make sure everybody gets on that wants to be here, okay? We'll give it one more minute here for people to join, and then we'll just go ahead and get started. And if it's just us three, that's perfectly okay. Okay, you guys, we are going to go ahead and get started. It is 5:03. We have Angie on the call tonight, Eric on the call, and also Maggie on the call. So thank you guys for showing up. So you guys, I'm going to just jump right into the things that I want to go over tonight with you guys. We are actually on our 5th weekly training call. And what I really want to do is touch base with you guys on the different things that we've already talked about. And then what I want to do is go in and show you guys how to create a Facebook ad, not a Facebook post that you boost, but a Facebook ad, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody, so I hope you guys don't have a bunch of background noise going on wherever you're at, so everybody can hear you. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody. Okay, so everybody is unmuted. So what we're going to do is just kind of open up the floor, and I created a Word document tonight that I wanted to go over. These are some of the things, you guys, that we have talked about in our weekly group trainings, and I want to find out where you guys are at with some of these items that we've talked about and trained on. Because ultimately, you guys, I want you to succeed. I want to be a support system for you. And one of the reasons that you guys joined with me was to learn how I did things and how I've grown my business. And I want to make sure that you guys are implementing some of this stuff so you guys can grow your business. Because before you know it, it's going to be 3 months down the road. And, maybe some of you have done some of this. Maybe you haven't done much of it, but it's going to be, 3 months down the road is going to come and go. And I really want to try to help you guys and set you up for success now, because if you guys were to go out and find a buyer today and you were going to put somebody under contract today, let's say they found a house and you put them under contract today, you're not going to get paid for 30 days. So I want you guys to really think about that in terms of the leads that you're working and the leads that you are trying to get. Because it's really, really important, you guys, and I can't want this deal for you guys more than you want it for yourself. And so I just want to kind of, gauge your level of commitment and see where you guys are, and see where I can help even more. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, you guys, is our database. This is the very first thing that we spoke about. And I want to find out where you guys are at with your database, how many people are in your database currently, and the next question would be, have you uploaded these folks into KV Core? Because I know all three of you that are on the call tonight have KV Core, and I know you guys have all been working on a database, so where are you guys at with that? Angie, I'm going to start with you.
I have 199 people in my database now, and that's because of Facebook leads and leads that I've gotten since I started, and they are all in KV Core. And I set up search alerts for some, like if they come in for an open house, I take the dollar amount of the open house and I set up a search alert, and I put a hashtag on them that says that they came from open house.
Oh, good.
One question I was kind of curious about is, so like, let's say I've been putting the people that I get as a new lead, I've been categorizing them as a new lead, but what do you mark them as if you contact them and then they say they're working with another realtor, or if they bought a house, like, or they're under contract right now? What would their change to me?
Okay, so what I would do, and this is what I do, is when I find out somebody is working with another agent, I find out they've already bought a house, or I found out they fell in the well. They're a dead lead to me. And so what that means is dead to me equals delete. So we delete them from our database completely.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. You guys, you don't want, our database, we really want our database to be as sophisticated as possible, and as worthy as possible, and to have people in our database that are probably not ever going to do business with us. They need to be deleted. We want our database to always be clean, and we want it full of people who are willing to work with us. So Angie, that's awesome that you've got 199 people in your database as of now. That's amazing. How many of those people are people that you actually know?
Probably the amount that we started with like 100 and, I don't know, I think I had 105 in there or something that I had initially put there, so.
And of those 105 people, Angie, who are those people?
Friends and family.
Okay, awesome.
Co-workers.
Okay. So then my next question, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, you're just the first one up, but I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I do, because we all know that the people that we know are going to be receptive to hearing from us. And so I want to know what you've done with those 100 people to reach out to them, to tell them I'm a real estate agent. I want your business. I want your referrals. I want you to have my business cards. What have you done on your own to perpetuate any of that?
I've had some conversations at work, and actually this morning I got a referral from a guy that doesn't work at my full-time job anymore. So that was kind of exciting.
Oh, wow, good.
And
Okay.
yeah, so he'll be looking, he needs to get something in May around that time frame.
Okay.
And I also, I work full time, so I kind of, I guess, try to sneak in some calls. And
Sure.
I texted some people and let them know that I'm no longer with Keller Williams and I'm with eXp now. And
Good. Okay, so for everybody on the call, this is what I really want you guys to commit to. And if you guys want accountability partners, if you guys want one-on-one coaching, if you guys want to be held accountable to yourself, to your business, and to your business plan, I am that person for you. But I can't do the work for you guys. So you guys need to have daily action plans. And if that's something that I can help develop and create for you, I'm willing to do that for you. So, and what I mean by that is if you've got 100 people in your database, there is no reason that you should not have made some kind of contact with each one of those people within a 2 to 3, max 4-week time frame. So what does that mean? Every one of those 100 people should have received a written personal note from you along with your business card. And Angie, I know your business cards are on the way, but every single person that is in your database of those 100 people that you know, they should all have received a personal card. They all should be getting a business card. You also want to make sure you're friends with them on Facebook. You want to send them a Facebook message and say, hey, I just sent you out some business cards. Would you mind passing those out at your workplace or whatever? So those are the kind of activities that are going to generate business for you guys. And you can't just sit back and wait for the phone to ring. Does that make sense to you guys?
yes.
Okay. Eric,
Definitely.
Maggie?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So this is what I really want to see, you guys, are some results from all of you. And that doesn't necessarily, when I talk about results, I don't mean, oh, you've got to go sell a house next week and have something under contract by next week. That's not what it's about. Those, getting the houses under contract, you guys, are the end goal. And I promise you, if you do some of these basic things, your end goal will be realized. You will put people under contract. But if you don't take the daily action steps in your business, whether you have a full-time job or not, it doesn't matter. If you're not taking daily action steps in your business to reach out to your database and do some of these activities, you guys are not going to make it in real estate. And that is the hard, cold truth of this business. You have to be willing to do what other agents are not willing to do. And I don't want you guys wasting your time. Frankly, I don't want you to waste your time. If you guys really truly want this gig called real estate and you want to be successful, then you guys have to start doing some of these things and do them at a higher level than what you're already doing it at. Because if you ultimately want to get out of those full-time jobs, you guys are never going to get out of those full-time jobs if you don't start doing some of these basic things. And if you break them down into small, scalable tasks, I promise you guys are going to see the results that you want. And I don't promise very much in my life. I don't even make promises to my kids. But I will promise you that if you do some of these basic things, you are going to see results. That I can promise. But I can also promise the other part of it. If you don't do these things, you're going to fail in real estate. So when I talk about, the database and sending out personal notes to each and every one of your people, I mean that you need to do that. That is a must. And so I guess what I want to know from each of you when we talk about our databases, how many people are you committed to writing personal notes to each and every day when you get home from work at 5 p.m.? What is it that you can commit to? Because I'm going to hold you guys accountable. I'm not a good coach if I don't hold you accountable. So, Maggie, I haven't heard from you yet. How many personal notes can you write each night when you get home from work?
Um,
How many
I
can
could
you
do,
commit?
I could do 10.
What?
I could do 10.
10 every single night?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. All right, good. So I'm going to write this down, you guys. Actually, I'm going to type it out. And Maggie is committing to 10 personal notes each night. Maggie, how many people do you have in your database that you know? Not your leads, but your database.
I have 67 that I have in there so far that
Okay.
are actually friends and family.
Okay, perfect. So you've got 67 people. So guess what? That's going to take you how many nights to do? Cullen? God, Cullen's in the background. He goes, that'll take her 7 nights. Okay, so Maggie, that's your task. You have 7 nights. And I'm not telling you have to start this tonight, but I'm telling you have to start it tomorrow night. And Saturday and Sunday night are part of those 7 nights. Okay? All right, so 7 nights. There you go. All right, Eric.
Okay, so I've done a terrible job at communicating with my database lately. I think I've put too much focus.
Well,
Well,
I love that honesty, Eric. That's great.
well, I mean, if you
That's
can't
what
be
we're
honest,
going to do.
yeah. So that being said, I put a lot of time into, I do have a listing right now, so I've been putting a lot of time into that, and
Right.
depending on when I'm posting, my squeeze page and information about my open house, the the automated leads that come in through Facebook to my website come in kind of waves, and like that first weekend after I had posted it in a bunch of those Facebook groups, I got like 150 leads in one night or something,
Right.
which was neat. But then you go, okay, well, great. Well, what do I do now? So I just kind of tried to formulate a little system and just
Yeah.
started with the oldest one in KV Core and emailed every single one and cut and pasted the same
Yep.
thing. And I
Good.
got through them before you knew it. And then I went
Yep.
back through and put each person up and then saw if they were on Facebook with their email that they sent. Those were
Yep.
easy ones to add. And then, after I kind of completed that wave, then I went back through and looked for phone numbers.
Sure.
It's pretty accurate. It's definitely not 100%, but it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
The people that
So
actually
Eric, are you
do,
using whitepages.com?
yeah, yep.
Okay. So did you
So
sign up for the premium package that you pay like
yeah,
$20 a month?
yeah. Well, I think I prepaid a whole year in advance, so I got it for like $5 a month, or maybe 10. I can't
Oh,
remember. But I
good.
prepaid for a year in advance, and then I can look up 200 numbers in any given calendar month, which is quite a
Right.
few.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Good. Okay. So let's get back to our database.
back to database.
People that you know, family, friends, past coworkers, neighbors, etc. Let's talk about those. How many of those people do you have?
Yeah, so I've got about since last week I added in about another 12 or 13, something like that. So I'm at about 115 people in that database that I would feel, pretty good about people referring me to, as opposed to just people I know.
Right. Okay. So how
And
many personal notes are you going to commit to doing each night or each day?
I can I've Maggie's gonna do 10. I'll do 10 with Maggie. I think that's a very attainable goal.
Perfect.
That doesn't take that long, and I get through my list in under 2 weeks, and then at that point, I can start making follow-up calls asking, hey, did you get my card in the mail?
Yep.
et cetera. And then, eventually get people set up on, drip campaigns and some of that good stuff.
Okay, so how many people do you have?
So I've got, let's call it 120 for easy math.
Okay, so how many nights is that, Cullen? Oh, he wasn't listening that time. That's nice. So you're going to do 10 a night. You've got 120. So how many nights is that, Eric?
12
Okay,
nights.
12 nights. You got it. All right, very well. So next up, Angie.
Okay, I'll just stick with the 10 and I'll try to get it done.
Perfect. Okay, so I heard that, and I'm not picking on you. I heard that try. I don't want to hear try. I want to hear I will do. And the reason I say that, you guys, is because when we try, when we say, oh, I'll try to get that done, that's giving us an out. And so I personally try, and there's that fabulous word, to eliminate that word from my vocabulary. Just because it does give me an out, it doesn't make me committed. And so what I want to hear from you guys is commitment, and I want to hear that you will do 10 note cards per night, and you'll do that without fail, no matter what's going on, no matter what else is happening in your life, because again, this is your business, and you want to be successful, and we can all get delayed and sidetracked with our kids, our family, our friends, our outings, our events, all of this stuff. But we have to remember to reel it back in and stick to the basics. And this is something that's going to be super powerful for you guys. And so if you can commit to 10 personal notes each night, Angie, how many people do you have in your database again? I'm sorry, 105?
Yeah, something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So how many nights is that going to take you to do?
I'll just do it in 10. And
Okay.
I'll squeeze the extras in.
Okay, sounds good. So good job. Okay, so 10 nights. So that is the first thing, you guys, that I wanted to talk to you about. And you're going to hear me talk about it again, again and again and again, and you're going to get sick of it, and I don't care. Because that is my job as your coach, as your trainer, to push you to do these things. And why? Because they work. So the next thing that I want to ask you guys about are appointments. Now, when I talk about appointments, I'm actually going to put in here, they're not just appointments, let's say, with a lender, because I get that Angie and Maggie are not able to make appointments with lenders during the week. Okay, because I know that you have a full-time job. So what I'm going to put in here are lenders, again, home inspectors, things like that. And then I'm also going to put in vacant listings for sale by owner. And those, just to give you 3 examples, lenders, vacant listings for sale by owners. So I know that with Maggie and Angie, it's hard for you guys to make appointments with other professionals because, everybody wants to work at 8 to 5. So what you guys can be doing in the evenings and on weekends is you can go visit vacant listings. You guys can go visit for sale by owners. You guys can look up on for sale by owner, search, Google search for sale by owners in Sioux Falls, see when they're hosting their open houses and go visit them. Now, I'm sure that there are some lenders and some professions that you guys can reach out to that would be happy to meet with you, after 5 p.m. during the week or on the weekend. So, that is the next commitment that I want to hear you guys make is how many appointments are you capable of doing each week? Meaning, how many appointments can you schedule and fit in your week to go visit a for sale by owner, go visit a vacant listing, and try to have a one-on-one appointment with a lender, a home inspector, an appraiser, a handyman, electrician. What can you guys commit to? Angie, let's start with you.
Let's see. I'm gonna say like 2.
Okay.
That might be
Good.
low,
I like
but
that. Okay, so if you had to choose 2 people or 2 different things or 2 different appointments that you could go to, let's say they were available, you were available, and you could do them both tomorrow night, I want to know from you, who would you try to reach out to schedule an appointment?
I want to try that FISBO.
Okay.
Those with your list that we covered last week.
Yep. Okay, so who else? So you go see it for sale by owner. Who else would you try to have an appointment with?
Well, I was talking to a lender today, and I told him my schedule, and he said he could work with me in the evening or on the weekend. So I thought,
Perfect.
so that'd probably be a good one.
You bet it is. Okay. So, Eric.
I've got no reason that I can't do, in my mind, 10 a week.
Yep, and that's what I was going to say for you too, Eric. So I'm glad we're on the same train of thought because you don't have a full-time job like Angie and Maggie. And so I would say 10, is a very good number for you. So thank you for saying that.
I had one scheduled today, but with the 9 or 10 inches, whatever we got.
I know.
Kind of crazy.
Right. I know. I agree with you. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question, Eric, I asked Angie. Who are you going to go try to get appointments with?
Well, it has been a while since I kind of circled back with my lenders, so I would like to put down lenders, but that's not probably my number one focus. Prior to last week, the the idea of going to FISBO open houses as kind of a, for lack of a better way to put it, a fishing expedition had never really occurred to me.
Yeah.
So I really like that idea and that approach, and I think you can do it very tactfully and easily. So I think that is also one that I would like to start working on. And yeah, those are mine also.
Okay, perfect. So awesome. That is great. Maggie.
So I really do want to talk to a lender and just kind of see what's available because I don't really know a lot about the loans and programs available. So that's number one on mine. It's kind of more of like, where the heck do I start?
First of all, can you commit to, Maggie?
2.
Okay, good. And so you want to get in touch with the lenders, is that right?
Yep.
Who else?
I mean, I guess I do have for sale by owners in mind, a few that I'd like to call, so I could start with that.
Perfect. Okay, so 2 a week for Maggie. All right, awesome job, you guys. We're moving right along. Personal notes, you guys, we already went through that. So we all know what our goal is. Each of us knows what our goal is for personal notes. For sale by owner and expired, what I'm going to put here, you guys, is the rockets. So Maggie, I'm going to start with you on this one. How many, Maggie, were you on the call last week?
Yep.
Okay, so you heard about my whole spiel on the for sale by owner rockets?
Yep.
And expireds? Okay, so this is another awesome thing you guys can be doing for your business, and it doesn't cost you very much or a lot of time to do it. I want to know from each of you how many for sale by owner or expired rockets can you send out each week? If I were you, I know what my answer would be, but I want to hear your answers because these are your commitments, you guys, not my commitments.
Well, this is Eric. I think to start, to keep it manageable, I would probably commit to doing at least 5 a week.
Okay. All right. And perfect. Maggie, how many can you commit to doing?
For starting, I'm only gonna commit to one because I don't know. It's a lot, and I don't want to overwhelm myself.
Yeah, sure, of course. Okay, so one for sale by owner rocket per week. Okay? Is that okay, Maggie?
Yep.
Okay. So, Maggie, I want to hear from you what you thought of that process that I went through, the for sale by owner rocket. Do you think that that's something that you can see value in, that you think would be, that you think that you'd be able to get business from potentially?
Yeah, I do. I think it looked very professional. And it was, you were showing that you weren't just out to basically get a listing, you were giving them value. So I really liked it. I think it looks really good.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I think that would be a really good start for you, Maggie, is just to do one per week. And then to do the appropriate follow-up with it after you've sent it.
Okay.
So I think that's perfect. Eric, you're okay with 5?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't unmute myself there. Yep, I'm okay with 5.
Okay. And Angie, how about you?
I was on the phone, and I think that's great. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna I'm starting it around because I think one would be, with everything else going on right now, I think that might be what I can commit to.
Okay,
if I
perfect.
do more than that would be great.
Yeah, exactly. And if you can do more, that's great. This is what I want you to commit to each week. So these are your weekly tasks. I don't want you to commit to more than what you're okay with, okay? So that's perfect. These are awesome, awesome, awesome goals, you guys, that we're setting for you. So I hope that you find this valuable. I hope this, feels like it gives you some direction. I hope it feels like, wow, good, I'm taking some action steps in my business versus just relying on Facebook leads. Because you guys, if you're just relying on Facebook leads, you're not going to make it. That's why we have to be doing these other activities. The Facebook leads are online leads. That's all they are. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. And I'm very grateful to have them, but it's not something that turns quickly. Okay. All right. So the next one, you guys, are going to be the Facebook post. And I know everybody is doing a Facebook post for their open houses that they're doing, and that's awesome. But what I want to see from each of you are more Facebook posts. And what does that mean? Facebook posts, personal Facebook posts, quotes, favorite quotes that you guys like. You can Google and go to personal quotes and just Google personal quotes, and a whole bunch will come up. I want to see more posting from all 3 of you because the more posting that you're doing, the more people you're getting in front of, the more people are hearing your name, the more people are remembering what you do. And to be perfectly honest with you, people get sick of seeing our dumb open house posts. Okay, so we have to give them something else. So I don't know if any of you guys have been following my Facebook posts lately, but I have been posting some different blog posts that I have on my personal RL Real Estate Group website, okay? And so that's what I have been posting on. And plus, I'm always posting, personal, quotes and inspirational quotes and that sort of thing. But what I really want you guys to start doing is posting more on Facebook and not just open houses. Because we want to get your names out there. The other thing that I want you guys to do is I want you to start friending more people. Okay? So all of these people that sign up for a Facebook open house and you get the lead, I want you to Facebook friend them. That is a must. Because you guys, that's a way to build your Facebook database. The more people that you're friends with, the more often they're going to see your stuff. And they're going to remember, wow, hey, Angie sells homes. She helps people buy homes. So I really, really, really want you guys to do more posting. So what I am going to see, our websites are very, what's the word? Very generic in the sense that there's not a lot of buying and selling option or buying and selling like blog posts. So I have those on my other website, you guys, which is great. I've spent a lot of time building that out. But I want to give you guys some examples of different things that you can post on Facebook. So if you guys go to YouTube, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Good. Okay, cool. So if you guys go to youtube.com, people like videos. So I want you to search how to buy a house. And I want you to look through the videos. And, okay, no, how to buy a house by SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh my gosh, I love that. So, honestly, this is probably something that I would post, and I'm not even kidding you. Because it's quirky and it's fun, and who cares? And people might watch it. So, but here's the thing I'm going to remind you guys of. Make sure that you guys are not posting somebody who would, let's say, be your competition here in Sioux Falls. Now, this guy doesn't, I'm even going to subscribe to him. This guy is not clearly a Sioux Falls real estate agent, so I would totally post this video. So that's an idea. Also, if you go to, posting videos on Facebook from YouTube that are buyer-seller relevant, I think is a great idea for us. If you guys go to realtor.com, this would be another resource for you guys to use. So when you hover over the buy and sell tabs on realtor.com, you are going to see home buying tips. Okay? So I'm going to just click on this. And let's say this is what I want to post. Perfect. I'm going to post from realtor.com, you guys. Why? Because they're not my competition. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to find things on Zillow or Trulia or homes.com and post these, little blog posts, I would encourage you to do that. So all you have to do is copy the link, pop it over into Facebook, and copy the link in a Facebook post. Again, we're making sure that we're doing this from our business page, not our personal page. And there you go. And then I would post that. Okay? Does that make sense to all three of you?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So then the question lies, how many posts can you guys do each day or each week that are not open house posts? Eric, let's start with you.
Stuff that's not open house or related to listings, I could do 2 very easily.
Per week or day?
Per day, sorry.
Okay. So 2 Facebook posts per day, and we'll say, whoops, buyer, seller tips or whatever, okay?
Yeah, sure, yep.
So that's what you can commit to?
Definitely.
Okay, so what I want you to do, Eric, is tell me the 2 times during the day that you are going to post.
Well, I'll try to, since you can schedule them ahead of time, I would like to, in a perfect world, and we don't live in one, but in a perfect world, I would like to schedule out like a whole week at a time, because otherwise it's just one more thing to kind of get you busy during the day. So I would
Yeah.
say
Let's
probably early.
pretend that we can't get that done. Okay, let's say that we can't get that done. I want you to guys keep this super simple and think on a daily basis. If you want to schedule them out, that's fine. But for all intents and purposes right now, we're thinking on a daily basis. So if you're going to do Facebook posts a day, I would say you need to do one at 9 a.m. and one at 5 p.m. or something like that.
That was exactly what I was going to say, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to put that here, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. because you want to spread those out. So what I want you to do, Eric, is I want you to either schedule a 9 a.m. appointment and a 5 p.m. appointment in your phone on your calendar, or I want it to be written down in your manual calendar, we'll call it. Okay?
Oh, sure.
Does that make sense?
Yep, sounds good.
Angie, how about you? How many Facebook posts can you do a week?
I'll do 2 Facebook posts per day as well. But my times are going to be different. I'd probably do it about 7:30 in the morning, or maybe 7 a.m. and then at like 7 at night.
Okay. And how will you remind yourself to do that, Angie?
I've started a calendar, or I have like a business planner thing, and I'm gonna make a note in there.
Okay, and you said 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that would work out.
Perfect. Let's see. And if one of those Facebook posts want to be an inspirational post, that's totally fine too. They don't have to both be buyer and seller tips or whatever, okay? That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So I will put that here. Okay, Maggie, how about you?
So I can do for sure at least 2 a day as well.
Okay.
And they'll be at around 12:30 and probably about 6 p.m.
Okay. So Maggie, you said 12:30 p.m.
Yep.
And what time?
About 6 p.m.
Okay. All right. So 2 Facebook posts per day. And these are buyer, seller tips, or inspirational. Whoop. All right. Next up, KV Core. I guess the KV Core that I wanted to talk about in our session tonight, you guys, was simply making sure that your people are in your database, or your database people are in your KV Core. Has everybody done that?
Yes.
Maggie?
Some of them.
Okay. Eric?
I have not yet. They're still in my happy little spreadsheet, but I have not imported them into KV Core yet.
Okay. So when can you guys have all of your people in your database uploaded into KV Core?
I would say by the weekend I should be able to pull that off pretty easy.
Should or will?
Will.
Good job. Maggie?
Yeah, I'll get it done by the end of the week.
Okay. And Angie, you said you are done, yes?
Yes, I am.
Good job. Okay. All right. Awesome job, you guys. Next up on our list is the monthly mailer. We talked about this. I don't know if that was our second session or whatever it was, but we talked about a monthly mailer. I showed you guys some of my monthly mailers. I sent you guys I actually sent you guys some examples of a monthly mailer. Your monthly mailer, you guys, are to your database or past clients. How many of you have implemented that? And if you haven't, why not? And are you planning on doing it? Or tell me your thoughts there, you guys.
Yeah, this is Eric. I definitely plan on doing it. You know, I like written correspondence. Like anytime I get something in the mail that's not a bill, I kind of, it's like a little gift, you know. So like I kind of tend to enjoy it for some reason. So,
Yeah, I
so
like that too.
what's that?
I like that too. I love getting stuff in the mail from people.
Yeah, it's fun, you know. So so I definitely plan on implementing it. So you know,
Let's talk about an implementation date. How about March 1st?
March 1st sounds great. That's what, next Friday?
No, it's 10 days from today. Oh,
Perfect.
next, not this Friday, you mean the following?
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, yes, correct.
Yep, I think that's very reasonable.
Okay. Perfect. Maggie?
I have not started to do it yet. I think that it's a good idea.
Okay.
I guess it's just a matter of getting what I want to put in it together and starting from there.
Okay,
I want to
so
get out, but I want to get out like my actual I'm in real estate, please refer me type of thing before I start sending that stuff out.
Yep, absolutely. So do you want to put a start date of April 1?
Sure.
Would that work?
Yep.
Okay, Angie?
I was just curious, did you give us anything as an example for a monthly mailer?
Yep, I sure did, and I have lots of examples, so I don't want you guys to waste time recreating the wheel. I have tons and tons and tons of examples that are actually usually pretty accurate for whatever month that we're in. So it kind of speaks to the month that we're in. So yes, I have lots of examples. I just need you guys to tell me what you want. But what I want, I've got all the content for you. I just need a commitment from you guys of when you're going to start doing it.
If you have something for me to mail out, I'll do it March 1st then.
Okay.
And that's 10 people out of our database, right? That we send.
No, that is your entire database, you guys. The 10 people on your people on your database are the monthly pop buys.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll still say March 1st. Yeah.
Perfect. So Angie, what about pop buys per month? How many of those can you commit to? And
I would go with 10.
You would say 10 for the month?
Yeah.
Okay. And I have all of that content for you guys too. I just need you guys to speak up and tell me what you need. Maggie, how about pop buys? Can you do any of those per month?
What are they past clients or how?
Past clients and database.
Okay. I guess in April I would start doing them.
Okay.
Maybe.
How many can you do per month?
I just want to start with like 2.
2 per month, okay. And you're going to start that too, April 1st?
Yeah.
Angie, when are you going to start your monthly pop buys?
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out, what exactly it would be, what type of pop by it would be. Like I go actually over there, right? And
yeah, that's the easy part. I don't want you to even concern yourself with what it is that you're going to pop by with. That's the easy part. I want to know when you're going to start doing this on a regular basis.
Okay, so there shouldn't really be any like get it ready type thing. It's going to be.
Well, you're going to have to get the tags and print off the tags, and there's usually 6 tags per 6 tags per page. And then what I do is I put the tags on a piece of construction paper, colored construction paper. Then I pop a little hole with a paper hole punch, pop a hole in the corner of the tag, and then I string through my business card, and then I tie it around whatever the gift is that I'm going to pop by with.
Okay.
It'll take you an hour to put together, let's say 10.
Yeah. I want to do that when I get my business cards, and that's in a couple of weeks. So if I say March 1st, it wouldn't be really on March 1st.
Yeah, let's just say April 1st. If you do it sooner than that, that's great, but for sure, March 1st or April 1st, okay?
Okay.
Eric?
I think March 1st is very reasonable to
How many
start that.
do Eric?
I don't think that 15 would be unreasonable.
Okay. And my advice to you guys, is to pick a day, especially if you're doing, 10 or 15. Pick one day that you're going to do it and just do them all at the same day.
Sure.
So 15 per month, and you said March 1st?
Yep.
Okay. And so I think on my day, if I remember correctly from my calendar, I have that as on my calendar as either the 15th of every month or the 22nd. I don't know for sure. But anyway, it's just something that I have in my calendar. It's something that I have a calendar reminder at the beginning of each month to get those pop buys ready. And then I set a day that I'm going to do them. And I will tell you, because of being busy with my business, I do mail a lot of them now versus popping by. And it's usually, I don't know, it's usually $3 and something to mail each one because they're just little. And I put them in a little bubble pack mailer, like a 6x9 bubble pack mailer. But I will tell you, I just started doing that this last year. So for the first, 3 years, I was popping by their house. Okay. Next up, coffee appointments. We've already talked about that. I'm going to take that off my list. Have any of you guys done anything with making the preferred professional list that I had talked about at one time?
I don't have one scheduled out on a document for myself yet, but I mean I do have a decent number of contacts, like for home inspection and lenders and
Okay.
title company stuff
When
like
can
that.
you have that list together, Eric?
I think April 1st to have a comprehensive list for all of my stuff, I think is very realistic.
Okay, Angie?
I got a lender list created today, and I also have
Awesome.
a preferred vendor list that's separate from that for home inspectors and bug people and
Yep, that's what we're talking about with the professional list.
Actually, I'll throw this out there. My husband does pest control, so
Oh, awesome.
yeah, he's with Shield Plus Pest Control. So
That's his own business?
yep.
Okay. So do you have your professional list done? Then you've got a house cleaner, you've got a home inspector, you've got all of that done. Okay, perfect.
Yes, and actually I also added those to, I think it's called Homekeeper.
Yeah, yep.
I added those to that as well, so.
Good job. Maggie, how about you?
I do not have anything started like that. I guess I have a few people that I know off the top of my head for certain stuff, but I haven't put it down.
Okay. When can you have that done? Can you have that done by April 1st?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Then the last thing I wanted to talk about is Realtor.com leads that I'm sending you guys. When I send these leads, I need a response back I need a response back to know that A, you talked to them, you tried to talk to them, and I need some follow-up on what's happening with these Realtor.com leads. I'm spending a ton of money each month on these Realtor.com leads. And when I say a ton of money, I'm telling you over probably $2,000 a month just in Realtor.com leads. And I am literally giving probably 90% of them to you guys. So I want to make sure I am being informed and kept up to date on what you're doing with these Realtor.com leads. So when I send a Realtor.com lead via email or via text, I would appreciate a text back that says, hey, I got it. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's very fair.
Okay, perfect. And then if you guys could just maybe give me, an update on, what's happening with that lead, how many times you've contacted the lead, because I'm going to tell you that these Realtor.com leads are hot leads. These are people that are raising their hand and they've inputted into Realtor.com that they are interested in a property. So these are willing buyers 90% of the time. So there has to be more follow-up done on your part to turn these leads. That means a minimum of 10 touches to these leads.
So
Whether
when
that-
they, well,
Go ahead.
when they're interested in a property, are they seeing you as the realtor, or are they just saying, I'm interested in it and it's funneling through?
Correct. They're not seeing me.
Okay. Because I know the two that I've got, I don't get any responses. I've texted them, I've set them up on a buyer campaign. I've listed the actual property as the, reference the property, and I don't get anything from them.
Okay. All right.
So I didn't know.
So, we want to do 10 real touches, meaning phone calls, voicemails, text messages, not campaign touches.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And in that first day, let's say you get a lead right now today from me, a Realtor.com lead. It's only 6 o'clock at night. I want 2 touches done tonight on that lead. First, a phone call. They don't answer. You're going to send a text message right after that. And then in a couple hours, you're going to call again, and you're going to send a text message. That first day, 3 touches need to be done. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I have a question about this stuff, just so that I can talk more intelligently about it. When I do call them, somebody does pick up. What I have started saying, and please correct me if I'm not right, but I've just said, hey, I got your information from Realtor.com. I understand you were interested in property XYZ. Is that right? And
Yep.
that's just kind of how I've been approaching it, and then just to shut up and then let them talk. Is that,
That's exactly right. Yep, that's exactly right. Yep. Hey, I just got your Realtor.com inquiry for property XYZ in Lenox, South Dakota. Thank you so much for inquiring, or inquiring about that home. And my very first question, Eric, honestly, it's, hey, when would you like to schedule a time to see it?
okay?
I go right in for it. I'm not messing around.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. So my next question is, so you get the lead. Is that like, are 5 other people vying for that lead, or help me understand how
Usually
that?
there's 2 other people that lead goes to. That doesn't mean you're doing anything with that lead. Do you know what I'm saying?
Say that one more time.
So it doesn't mean that they're doing anything with that lead. Meaning it's going to 3 people, but we don't know if they're calling them or not.
Yeah, yep, I got you.
So I have had huge success with Realtor.com leads, but I'm calling them in the first couple minutes, not even the first 5, but the first 2 minutes. So it's imperative that we are the first ones to get in touch.
Let's just say that I do happen to get the person first. I'm calling within 2 minutes or whatever.
Yep.
so knowing that they potentially could hear from 2 other people, that's just the way of the world, right? I mean, there's nothing
Yeah,
that would.
that's the deal with Realtor.com.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Gotcha.
Yep, that's just how it goes. So, yeah, I'm competing against 2 other people every time I get a Realtor.com lead.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense why, we need to hop. Like I've got the impression that obviously, when you get it, you kind of drop everything and do it.
You do. You do.
So, but that helps me understand why, so, okay.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you guys have any other questions for me at this time?
I don't
No.
think so. I'm glad we talked about the Realtor.com leads because, like, I try to do as good as I possibly can, as quick as I possibly can. But it's just helpful to have some of that context that we do have potentially 2 other agents we're working against, and that's just very helpful to know. So thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, you guys, very well. You guys have a good rest of your week. I'm going to send out this document to everybody as a follow-up. I am here to help you succeed, you guys. You might feel very overwhelmed with all of the activities, but that's okay. I want you to feel a little bit overwhelmed with all these activities because this is the joy of real estate, and this is what you guys signed up to do. And so if you're going to be successful, these are the activities, just some of the activities that we need to be doing. And so once I get this kind of looking a little bit prettier, I will send this out to you guys. And then when you guys complete your notes each night, when you complete an appointment, when you go visit a for sale by owner, I genuinely want to know that you did that. I want to cheer you on. And so please, please, please tell me. I want to know. I just think it's cool, you guys, that, you're going to do some of these activities. Well, let's talk about them. Let's share it with each other. Let's get excited about it. So please keep me in the loop. If you guys need anything or have questions, you know how to reach me. It's a lot easier to communicate with me via text than it is me being on the phone with you. And so that's an FYI because I am very busy and I am on the phone all the time. So if it's a quick question I can answer via text, that's how I would prefer to be contacted. If not, you guys know that I am willing to set up one-on-ones with you any night of the week. So if that's something you guys want, you just have to ask, okay? So have a good rest of your week, and we will talk to each of you soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Regan.
You betcha. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.